Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
That's how you start off game one in the playoffs. That's how you, for now on Indiana Fever, that's how you play the game. That's how you play the game. In my Will Smith voice from Bad Boys. That's how you play the game. From now on, that's how you play the game. The Indiana Fever came out and smacked the Las Vegas Aces and crowning MVP Asia Wilson all over the court. They didn't even have no answer for the Indiana Fever. They didn't even have no answer for Kelsey Mitchell, who had a game high 34 points in the game. Aaliyah Boston might not score a lot of points, but guess what? She was effective. She was putting that body all over Asia Wilson. She couldn't do nothing. Yeah, we was worried about the whistles. What whistles? Did you hear any whistles? I didn't see no whistles. Asia Wilson had 4 fouls in the game. 4 fouls in the game. Had to take a seat. And guess what? Indiana Fever went on a run. They went on a run in the third quarter. Piled it up on them. Odyssey Sims. Ooh, Odyssey. That's the way you come to the party, girl. That's the way you come to the party. She was getting in that mid-range game, pulling up, taking Dana Evans' lunch all over the place. Oh, man. Even though my girl Ariel Powers did not have a good game, I expect for her to bounce back because guess what? Just like game one of the last series, she didn't have a good game. But guess what? She's going to show up to the party. Guys, things ain't looking so sweet for the Aces right now. Becky Hammond talking all that trash before the series start. Asia Wilson gets her MVP brought to her by Bam Adebayo. Kathy Ingeberg showing up. You didn't thought this was going to happen. I told y'all. I kept telling y'all. The Fever is going to win the series. The Fever is going to win the series, guys. And guess what? If the Aces don't play any better than they played the game one, we might see a sweep. We might see a sweep. Bree Turner, shout out to you. Girl, you come on at the right time. At the right time. Playoff time. Tipson, get up in the air. Challenge Asia Wilson. See, I told you. The Aces do not like physicality. The Fever have already proven that last series. The Fever are more built for this. They're going to continue to pose their will on this team. Man, and before I continue on, I'm going to take a back seat on this one and say, Stephanie White, congratulations. You coached a hell of a game. Even though it pains me to say it, but I have to give you credit this game. You coached a hell of a game. You went and attacked this team constantly. Now, early in the first quarter, second quarter, y'all was trading points away. Aces take the lead, you take the lead. No, guess what? Then the Indiana Fever ran off and led at halftime. The thing about it is, Lexi Hall, who does everything that you can ask for. Guess what she did? She stepped it up. She put them clamps on Jackie Young. I told you, there's going to be Lexi Hall and Ariel Powers on Jackie Young. She's not going to be able to get nothing. Get nothing. Now let's go to the box scores real quick before I go into these pregame interviews. So you look at it, Natasha Howard. I told y'all Natasha Howard was going to have a good game. Natasha Howard was 12 points. She got off early, set the tone early. She did some great things. She had 2 steals, 3 assists, 11 boards. She had that the last time they played on in 22 minutes. Aaliyah Boston, only 6 points, but guess what? She was killing the boards. 11 rebounds, 5 assists. That's really important, really important. And she only had 5 fouls in that game. Odyssey Sims, like I said, 17, 3 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, plus 20. Odyssey came to the party. Kelsey, nothing need to be said about you, girl. 6 for 6 for the free throw line, 4 for 6 for 3, 12 for 23 from the field. Now, you look at it, the Fever, they had Bree Turner score 6 points, the most points I've seen her score all season, plus 10 though. The Fever had 14 points off the bench. And the Aces only had 6 points more than them. But Dana Evans had most of their points. And I'm sure they're going to clamp that down with Dana Evans in the second in the next game. Dana Evans is not going to get that. Asia Wilson, 16 points. Shut her down. She had 13 rebounds, though. Chelsea Gray, 13 points. Only 4 assists. Jackie Young, she had 19 points, but still, we made her work for it. She had to work. Melissa Smith, no factor at the same time. The thing about it, guys, is this. The Indiana Fever are nothing to play with. People think that this team was going to go away. This is why the Aces didn't want to play them when they found out they was playing the Fever in the first place. They thought they was going to get the dream because they feel like, okay, we could get them. But the thing about it is, I told y'all, the Indiana Fever is the most dangerous team. And guess what? They said it on countdown at halftime of the Sun and Mercury, Sun and Lynx game. They said there was only 6-seed team that went all the way and won the WNBA Finals, and that was in 2012, and that was the Chicago Sky. I try to tell y'all, this reminds me of the New York Giants, how they played in the wild card. I'm telling you, we about to see something special. Now let's get to this post game real quick before I wrap up.
Steph's just the statement and message that you guys were able to make in a game one. How do you feel about the performance, the urgency, and the response you had when they made a couple runs late?
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, our group has seen it all. We wanted to come in and be the aggressor right away, to make sure that we were dictating on the defensive end, and we were dictating from a pace standpoint. They're champions for a reason. We knew that they were going to make runs. They made a big one in the third. We responded with a big one. I'm proud of our team. It's one game. It's a long series, so we got to keep the main thing. But to come in here and to be able to steal this one was big for us.
For Steph and Bree, I guess too, you can comment on this. What did you feel like worked so well on the defensive end, especially on Asia, to really give her a tough game and to kind of stop their momentum on that end?
I mean, we know she's the MVP. She's like the best player in the world at the moment. So we just tried to make all her buckets tough. We
At the
weren't
moment,
gonna,
I like
stop her
that.
completely,
At
but
the
we wanted to
moment.
make sure that every shot had a hand in her face, or she was like feeling contact. So just trying to make every bucket as hard as possible, not give her any easy ones.
Yeah, and I think making sure that we were disciplined everywhere else. We knew that we needed to limit their 3-point makes. We knew we needed to limit their free throws, and we knew that we needed to force them to play, individually. We can't let them ping the ball around. They're too good, and I thought our attention to detail for the most part was really good.
Steph, this is a team that hadn't lost at home since August 2nd, has turned back double-digit leads on multiple times. They closed the gap to 3 midway to late in the third. What was your message at that point? Because at that point, they really didn't have a shot, it seemed like.
I don't remember exactly. I think something along the lines of just for our team to understand that, they've been champions for a reason. Like, we had to expect that they were going to make a run. They're a great team, and they've been playing some of the best basketball we've seen in our league. So we just had to regroup. We had to get back to basics. A lot of that run was off of our turnovers, so we needed to take care of the ball. And know that we've been through ebbs and flows throughout the course of the season. We just had to regroup, and we had to create a run of our own.
For any of you, I mean, you obviously been talking about Kelsey all year long, and today was pretty special for her. Just what did you see out of Kelsey that was even more exceptional today?
I mean, I know for me, Kelsey's just a tough shot maker. She's always in constant motion. She's fast as all get out. I think probably the fastest player in the league with the ball in her hands. And she has to work incredibly hard for every shot that she gets. So for her to be able to do what she does at the efficiency with which she does it is pretty incredible. There have been multiple times this season where she's put us on her back. And she's carried us. And as we've gone through that, she's continued to lead and pour into everybody else. And you see days like today where we get production from multiple people. That's what it's going to take for us to be successful. But Kelsey is definitely the head of the snake for us. And she's just a tough shot maker. I was really happy and pleased with the way she distributed the shots she got.
Just for Odyssey, you were basically living in the lane. Like, what was the game plan about getting downhill, and what did you see from the defense that allowed you to do that so well?
Just making sure I'm staying aggressive, putting pressure on defense. They were in drop coverage a lot, and just taking the shots that were given to me and reading the defense. I think we did a good job. Kelsey included, all guards just getting to the lane. That was the biggest thing. And if the post stepped up, then we had to dump down. So just staying aggressive, just keeping them on their toes, moving the ball. I think we did great offensively from start to finish today. They did make runs, but we responded very well. Coach talks about it all the time. These are moments where we grow. These are moments where you have to be able to take it up another level. And I thought today, as a group, including the bench, everybody played exceptionally well. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take everybody on our team to contribute. Not always about points, but doing the little things, making sure we get the 50-50 balls and just staying solid. Like, it feels good to get this first one, but we're not done yet.
Yeah, honestly, the Aces talked about how they couldn't keep up with your guys' pace. Just how important was it for you as the point guard to set that pace today?
I think biggest thing, I think we're one of the toughest teams to guard when we play at pace at a higher level. Coach talks to me about that all the time, making sure we're getting downhill, but also it's just the pace. When you come off more aggressive, it's hard to stop. And it's me and Kelsey mainly because we're in majority of the ball screens, but it opens up so much. We draw attention when we want to get to the lane, but we also have great teammates that we can pass it out to. Like I said, we don't want to live in the lane, but like I said, we're making sure we stay aggressive, but we also have our sprays, we have our kickouts, we have our high-lows with AB. Just open it up. Me and Kelsey, we really open it up for everyone else. So we're just going to continue to have that mindset going into game 2.
All right, so pretty much, shout out to Bree Turner, man. She looks so uncomfortable inside there. But nevertheless, game 2, I expect the same thing. I expect the Aces to make some changes, but it might not be enough significant. I think that IndianaFever have found a recipe of putting pressure on this team, forcing them, making Asia Wilson take uncomfortable shots, something that we talked about in pregame and in live stream, that you got to make her uncomfortable, make her take tough shots, keep her out from under the basket, keep her from away from the basket, and that's what the Fever did. And when she got down there, they challenged her shot to make her shot selection really, really bad. So I love that, how Stephanie White did that. Shout out to Stephanie White again. You have made really significant adjustment to this team. I think this team is so battle tested. I think this team is going to do the things that they need to do to take game 2. If this Fever team takes game 2, it's over, guys. It's over. If the Fever takes game 2 on Tuesday night, it is completely over. We can go ahead and punch their ticket into the finals. Because the fact of the matter is, I don't think that the Aces has enough firepower to really keep up with this Indiana team. You've seen it today. You saw when they got in the road, they got what they need. They put them in uncomfortable situations. And the thing about it is, they made them tired. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that channel for that notification bell. I will be on live stream tonight with Courtside, so you can catch me over there. But continue to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and become a member if you're not a member already. Because guess what? This is game 1. They haven't seen nothing yet in game 2. Go Fever. Live wire out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire. It's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it. So official, like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire. Sports and entertainment.